Hey there, YouTube. Back again. This is going to be part 2, 3, 4, who knows where we're at on the King Hauler build. I do have the tri-drive frame rails painted. Painted them earlier while it was nice and warm outside. Let them dry out in the sun. Just used the gloss black Rust-Oleum. Painted inside and out. Very similar to the finish on real frame rails on the real truck. Still waiting on parts. My third drive axle for the tri-drive conversion is missing a couple pieces, and I think there's going to be a couple more little odds and ends I need for that axle to actually mount it. It's been a rough week for parts. My Tamiya Scania build that I have going at the same time here, I started building it earlier, and I got to the mounting the rear axle, and I'm missing a mount piece, a little flat piece of metal. So that's on the hold for now. So I can get a hold of Tamiya, and couldn't find any on eBay just to buy one. So parts. And I have stolen the electronics from the King Hauler for the Scania build, and I do have plans on upgrading the King Hauler's electronics. I want to get a 6 or 7 channel set up for that. So there's a couple other features that I want to try to make it function. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and start putting the chassis back together with what we got. I've got all the cross members. I've got the front and the rear 2 drive axles. So yeah, here we go. Alright, so here we are. Encountered a couple problems along the way. Biggest problem I've got right now is my third axle missing the output shafts. So I had to order some of those. They're probably won't be here till next weekend. And the biggest issue I've got right now is these rails are just a little wider than the factory ones. So I've had to modify the holes for the cab mounting. I had to drill them out just to the sides a little bit just so the screws can reach. I've just got the engine mocked up in here and trying to figure out which holes are for which. I can't find my instruction booklet for the King Hauler. I don't know where that disappeared to. So, just playing it by ear. I had some trouble with the front suspension. If you can see that. Well, you've got the plastic spacer, rectangle one and then a round one. Well, I lost one of the round ones. I don't know how. I took it off, and I was looking, and I have one. I don't know where the other one went. So I had to search. I found some little metal flat washers that fit perfect. Used 2 on each side, give me the right amount of spacing. I don't have any steering in it yet. I took the back tire off just to, I was trying to mount the shocks, but I need longer bolts because now the other problem, the screws like that went through the shocks, they aren't long enough to go through and have a nut on them. Since these aren't tapped holes, I've got to put a nut on from the back, a lock nut. So now I've got to find some longer bolts. I haven't been able to find enough of them to do all 6 shocks for the rear. I had to do the same thing up here, put some stainless steel bolts and some lock nuts on it for the shock towers. So yeah, this isn't for the beginner. This is a lot of work trying to manipulate things and re-engineer things. I've got 20 years worth of hardware laying around for RCs, so hopefully I can muster up everything I need to do this. Next issue we've got is the third axle suspension. This piece goes on here, but instead of having the leaf spring come down for that, somehow got to rig up something like this. and the axle kit I bought didn't come with any mounting brackets, so I've got, I don't even know where these are from. They may be from the TLT axle that I've got. They're similar to what's on the King Holler setup, but they a little bit taller. This one's a little bit taller, so I'm just gonna have to give it a shot with what we got, and hopefully we can re-engineer it to make it work. Get the axle in there straight, get our pinion angles set right, not having any issues with the drive lines. And I did go ahead and put in the drive line. I can't lift it up to show you. The Lisu, however you say it, scale interaxle drive line. Really nice looking, really big pain in the butt to put in. Little thing keeps wanting, especially when you don't have your suspension mounted to the truck yet. You won't encounter that if you're building the kit, because you kind of build it all on the truck. But I took the complete suspension off the truck, so the axles are wanting to flop around, so the shaft kept coming apart. It was a little bit of trouble, but not huge. So I guess next I'm going to go ahead and try to get the steering block back in. I don't only have one servo for it right now. And then once I get that in, we'll figure out motor placement. I need to look at that gear reduction unit, see how that's going to fit with the servos, and we'll go from there. Alright, so got the tanks and steps filed down to fit the rails. Not screwed down yet. I'm still messing with ideas on how to attach the sleeper base and the cab base. But I did want to just kind of mock it up so you can see the overall length here. That's pretty much it. Still got 4 or 5 inches between the front axle and the back of the sleeper. Yeah, that's all we're going to do this installment. Next one, we'll get everything secured down and start working on where the motor needs to be. And hopefully I'll get the parts for the third axle pretty soon, so we can get that actually mounted up and start figuring that out. But anyways, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share.